Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mimi Najwa binti Muhammad Tamimi. I'm from class KAD 1112B and my matric number is 2025470188. Today I will discuss the topic of VCS, which is the concept of Tawhid in the Islamic art of the Malay world. There are some of the part I will discuss. We look at the introduction. Islamic art in the Malay world is not just about pursuing visual beauty, but rather it is a medium of spiritual elevation and sign of obedience to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Based on the concept of monism, the creativity of Malay artists is expressed through symbolics, abstract motif, and stylization of nature to comply with Islamic law, which avoid the deception of living creatures. This combination of Islamic philosophy and local wisdom in the art of carving, textile, and architecture ultimately makes each work a museum of remembrance that connects humans with their creator. Before the advent of Islam, the Malay world was dominated by animism and Hindu-Buddhist influence, which practiced a caste system and the concept of god kings. However, the peaceful spread of Islam through the trade and marriage starting in the 7th century brought a paradigm shift from idolatry to monism. This change abolished the caste system in favor of social equality, elevated the Malay language through the Jawi script as an intellectual language, and changed the political system from an absolute monarchy to a sultan based on Islamic law. As a result, Islamic values are now the main identity and DNA of Malay culture and civilization. After the Malay community began to accept the teaching of Islam, all aspects also changed, including art in Islam. Changes in art changed rapidly over time. Painters began to practice aniconism in their art. And now, what is a Tawhid? Tawhid is simple, which is once. All Muslims believe in monism. Aniconism has been used in art for a long time. Even today, it is still a big apply. Why is aniconism still used in Islamic art? First of all, what is aniconism? Aniconism is a concept applied in Islamic art to idolatry. This is because imitating what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala created is strictly prohibited. The reason why aniconism is still used in Islamic art is because it avoids any idolatry. After all, humans cannot imitate what has been created by Allah because it is too perfect. Next, stylization is the process of recreating natural form into abstract form. Stylization is used in Islamic art in terms of repetition, fluidity, and the point of origin. Repetition in Islamic art is a foundational principle using tessellation, symmetry, and rhythm to create an infinite harmonious pattern. This is fluidity with example picture, and this is a point of origin. This is an example of stylized image. Example in Islamic art. I choose three things, namely architecture, calligraphy, and wood carving. For the architect part, it is not just a building, but a combination of spiritual, mathematics, and nature. For the architecture section, this also has been divided into three, namely structures, decoration, and design principle. As for the calligraphy part, it's very popular and important because this calligraphy is used to spread the word of Allah. There are 4 categories of calligraphy that I take. For example, like Kufic, Nas, Tulud, and Diwani. For For this section, I add a few other examples such as the calligraphy for an architect. The picture is the Alhambra. Other examples are ceramics and metal, and the last one is the textile image of the Kaabah Kiswa. Besides, wood carving is not just decoration. There are three parts of wood carving: motif and design style, namely arabesques, geometric patterns, and calligraphy. And in the techniques section, I put two parts, namely relief carving and perforated carving. For the last part, it is about geometry and spirituality in Islamic art. Geometry in Islamic art represents the intersection of divine orders, mathematics, and profound spiritual reflection. From this design, it represents the unity of creation, symbolizing the infinite nature of God. How do geometry shape act as the heart of monism? There are four ways, namely the concept of unity, basic shape symbolism, infinity, and the concept of balance. Starting with the concept of unity. Islamic geometry always starts from a center point. From this point, it develops into a circle, and from the circle, it forms various polygonal patterns. There is also a basic shape that I put, which is a circle, which means there is no end, while the rectangle symbolizes the earth and the material aspect. And the last is a star, representing the guidance of divine lights and often used in the mosque architecture as well as decoration in the Al-Quran. In this infinity part, the geometry pattern is repetitive. In the last part, this concept of mizan can be said to be a symmetrical balance and reflects spiritual balance. In conclusion, Islamic art is in the Malay world is a manifestation of Tawhid, which translates to oneness of Allah through the beauty of natural and geometric motif. Thus, changing the function of art from here decoration to spiritual medium that guides the soul toward the Creator. That's all for me. Thank you so much.